Could the world be standing on the edge of its next great conflict? The spotlight has turned to the Taiwan Strait, where tensions between China and Taiwan are making headlines and sparking debates around the globe. With military maneuvers, diplomatic posturing, and an evolving geopolitical landscape, the question lingers: are we heading toward war, or can history chart a new course? To answer this, we must first look back at the complex history that has shaped the relationship between these two entities. Let's rewind the clock to 1949, a year that not only marked the end of the Chinese Civil War but also the division between two worlds. After years of fierce conflict, the Chinese Communist Party emerged victorious, establishing the People's Republic of China on the mainland. Meanwhile, the Nationalist Party, or Kuomintang, led by Chiang Kai-shek, retreated to Taiwan, thereby creating a separate government. This division gave birth to the modern-day conflict. In the aftermath, both sides claimed to be the legitimate government of all of China, leading to a simmering tension that would last decades. The One China policy emerged largely as a cornerstone of Chinese foreign relations, asserting that there was only one sovereign state under the name China, which the People's Republic contends includes Taiwan. This notion is deeply ingrained in the Chinese psyche, having been a pillar of national identity. For China, allowing Taiwan to assert its independence would weaken the very foundation of its diplomatic stance, inviting other regions with independence movements to do the same. While Taiwan has maintained its own government and identity for decades, many in Beijing see its status as a matter of national pride and territorial integrity. Fast forward to present times, and the stakes have become even higher. In recent years, China's military capabilities have achieved unprecedented growth. An aggressive military buildup, complete with advanced missile systems and naval fleets, has raised alarms not only in Taiwan but also among the United States and its regional allies. Rhetoric from Beijing has intensified, underscoring a growing urgency to resolve the Taiwan issue, often with hints of a possible military solution. At the same time, the United States has ramped up its support for Taiwan, providing military equipment and forging diplomatic ties, sometimes even in ways that seem to provoke Beijing deliberately. The Taiwan Relations Act of 1979 allows for U.S. support while stopping short of explicitly committing to defend Taiwan, a delicate balancing act fraught with ambiguity. However, some analysts argue that this ambiguity is creating a situation where miscalculations could take place, spiraling into an armed conflict. What does this escalating arsenal mean for the average citizen in Taiwan? Many Taiwanese view Chinese military exercises off their shores as a direct threat. Imagine looking out of your window and seeing fighter jets occupying your airspace. Fear and uncertainty loom large in public discourse. Public support for independence has fluctuated, but recent polling indicates that a significant portion of the population prefers maintaining the status quo. Wary of repercussions from Beijing should independence be declared. What if the world were to awaken one day to find itself on the brink of conflict, merely due to a misinterpreted gesture or a sudden escalation in military exercises? The geopolitical landscape, meanwhile, is shifting. Regional alliances such as the Quad, comprising the United States, India, Japan, and Australia, are forming to counterbalance China's increasing assertiveness. Nations in Southeast Asia and beyond are observing the situation closely. A military conflict in the Taiwan Strait would have ramifications that extend far beyond these shores. What if the U.S. intervened and conflict erupted? The ripple effects could lead to severe disruptions in global trade routes, particularly affecting the semiconductor industry, which is largely centered in Taiwan. Consider the mind-bending implications for global technology and supply chains. A blockade or conflict could disrupt the flow of essential components, sending shockwaves through industries that rely on just-in-time manufacturing. Prices would surge, and the whole of consumer technology, including smartphones, laptops, and more, could be directly impacted. Energy supplies would also feel the strain, as transit lanes in the Taiwan Strait are vital for shipping oil and gas. Economically, are we ready for a world where our daily comforts could suddenly become luxuries due to geopolitical strife? Now, stepping back, it's crucial to consider multiple perspectives on the issue. From Beijing's stance, allowing Taiwan to declare independence would be tantamount to undermining China's sovereignty. For the ruling Communist Party, the importance of reunification with Taiwan is not just political, it's deeply cultural and historical. Many within China, especially the younger generation, subscribe to the narrative of a greater China, a unified nation reclaiming its rightful status on the global stage. But what happens if they misjudge the seriousness of Taiwan's resolve? Could we see a rushed invasion, one steeped in assumptions rather than diplomacy? On the other side of the strait lies Taiwan, where sentiments have varied over the years. The younger generations who have grown up in a more globalized world often see themselves as distinctly Taiwanese rather than Chinese. The local identity has become central to discussions about national sovereignty. For many in Taiwan, the current trajectory of Chinese policy feels like a direct threat to their democratic way of life. Would a unilateral move for independence provoke a violent response, plunging them into a conflict they never sought? The United States, a key player in this game, stands at a crossroads. With an array of conflicting interests, from maintaining global peace to standing by democratic principles, Washington's decisions will carry immense weight. But should the U.S. become embroiled in military action, what would it mean for its relationship with China and for its position as a global leader? Could their long-standing rivalry turn into a full-blown conflict? The choice before U.S. policymakers is delicate. A misstep could lead to a cascade of unforeseen consequences. As we weigh these strains and perspectives, we arrive at an important juncture. Is conflict between China and Taiwan truly inevitable? The dynamics at play present a myriad of possibilities, from peaceful resolutions through dialogue to catastrophic escalations with global ramifications. As we look toward the future, one must ponder the question: are there pathways that can avert war? Perhaps it lies in increased diplomatic engagement, in open dialogues that bridge the divides of history and culture, allowing both sides to carve a path forward. Could the international community play a role in mediating this historical impasse? In a world where tensions persist, marked by historical grievances and competitive nationalisms, the fate of Taiwan serves as both a flashpoint and a mirror, reflecting not just the aspirations of its people, but also the ambitions of powerful nations. As leaders in Beijing, Taipei, and Washington weigh their next moves, the question remains: is conflict truly inevitable, or can history take a different path? The choice is not merely geopolitics, it is a matter of vision, one that can either unite or divide a world that is more connected than ever before.